welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Whatever you may be doing, welcome. Thank you for making us part of your day over here at the lab. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. Good to see you guys. Let's see who's all in here. Oh, look at you guys. Welcome. Good to be here as always. Good to see you guys. So good to be here. Thank you for joining. What up, yo mama? What's up, Doug? Good to see you. Linda, Luca, Quinny. Where are we going here? Rose with Thomas, Lee, Terry, Pepsi Girl, AJ, Pew Pew, Pew Pew Pew's here. Joe, Matt, of course. Matt, one of the best mods in the game. Lee, Beatrice, Terry. I think I said Terry already. Holly, good to see all of you. And it's really good to be here this morning. I had a late night. Purple Knights 5.0. That's impressive. Let's take a look at everybody that's here. Safety Brian. Otis is he's fine. He's thriving in his new environment. I'm the one that's not doing so good. It's the equivalent of having a toddler, not a baby, because babies don't move around or anything. They just kind of lay there and cry. If he just laid there and cried, it'd be easy. But that's not what he does. He doesn't just lay there and cry. He runs around causing havoc. And what else does he do? He runs around causing havoc, cries when you don't look at him. This water bottle was on my kitchen floor as a big box of water. And what happened was, let's see, he brought this to me. Well, he didn't bring it to me. He had it in his mouth. He went and got it and then walked it into the living room. This is almost the same size as him. And so he's like an ant. He's an absolute monster, but I love him to death. He's so cute. And then if he does things that are inappropriate, then what happens is he tries to make up for a cuddle, and he wins every time. He gets his way. It's his world. I'm just living in it. He's infamous. Yeah, he's something, man. He really is something. It's pretty amazing, but he'll learn. We'll learn. It'll all work out just fine. It's good to see everybody. Happy Monday. It is, what is it? December 6th, 10:41. Good to be here. And so I was just going to talk a little bit today. I was watching the interview room last night, and he was breaking down the Dodd case, and you know, serial killers. It's I've always found a fascination with serial killers because it's weird. Somebody that's so disgusting and repulsive, and you know what they've done, and all that. Um, Not only do you want to kind of get to know them, but you also want to uh, hear them talk. So somebody that's so disgusting, you're still so interested in talking to or hearing them talk. How many people get to talk to serial killers? Not that many. And as you would realize that if you've ever talked to a serial killer, you probably didn't know that. But how would you be able to tell? I mean, serial killers are slick. They're smart. They're pretty cunning individuals. And it's been interesting, to watch Chris break that stuff down because, like I said, not many of us or any of us really ever will get to ever talk to a serial killer. And why would we want to? I don't have any earthly idea why we would want to. We just do. The difference between us and a serial killer is the lengths that they're willing to go in life to do things that are just unheard of. And they do it all the time. The price of life to them is cheap. They don't value life, and it's the funny thing about, when you talk about serial killers and you want to make up like something, or you want to insult somebody because they're weird, and you go, oh, that person's a serial killer, um because they're odd. Well, the thing is, you would never actually serial killers aren't really that odd until they're exposed, until their mask has come completely off, just like people in real life. I mean, you get to know somebody very quickly, and you can see kind of their habits and their how they are. It takes a little while for people to kind of expose themselves. Um, and the older that I've gotten, the less trusting I've become of people in general. I think about people one way. My baseline is to treat everybody with respect, and that's what I try to accomplish. Yet it doesn't always happen, the same kind of love or support that you reciprocate to others doesn't always come back to us. And it takes a while for people to expose themselves. Serial killers or just people in general. Something will happen in our life where we're with somebody that we know and we trust and we're fond of. Welcome. Thank you for joining Crime and Alice. Serial killers. And that's another thing, there's always a lot there, but the thing is, it takes a while for people to expose themselves. Now you'll start to get little hints and little clues, especially if you're able to pick up on people's self. They can't keep a mask on constantly. They try, but there are things that you pick up on. I've had friends that I've started off with that were super, nice and kind, and then then it's kind of a rocky little ups and downs. I mean, you start kind of going, well, that was odd, and the longer it goes, you kind of start piecing these things together, and then you can really put a full picture together of somebody after they've given you some clues. But a serial killer they are cunning. They are smart. They have learned. And most of these guys, you don't become a serial killer overnight. You don't just kill one person or two people. I mean, you get away with this for some time. A really, really long time, actually. And you could meet these people on the street and think that they're the nicest people ever. And I'm telling you, it's not just serial killers. It's just people in general. People in general tend to, once they get comfortable with people, let their guard down a little bit. They kind of just, and then you can really see, like, hey, something's going on here. This person's not exactly who I thought they were. And that just happens in life all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to somebody where they said, "Oh, the person that I married isn't the person that I'm married to right now," meaning that person has changed so much. I was fooled. And there's a reason why when you get married or engaged that you have some sort of courtship. They say, there's that saying, the honeymoon's over. Is the honeymoon over? You got to learn to protect yourself. And a lot of the times we just give people the benefit of the doubt, but you can't really do that anymore. Giving people the benefit of the doubt, you kind of should just start off in kind of the opposite way where you're kind of guarded. And at this point in my life, and probably in a lot of yours, I'm not looking for a lot of new friends. So this is, but I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I mean, you do come across people that you're fond of, and you start to form relationships with even later in life. But when you're just nothing more than, a simple person with a small circle, it's hard to get stabbed in the back with a small circle of people. And I think also, we think that we're able to fix people. Look, Chris Chris McDonough couldn't fix Dodd. You could talk to him, pick his brain. A lot of great stuff in there. Well, sorry, not a lot of great stuff, but a lot of great stuff for research, for baselines. But nobody's fixing those kind of people. Okay? Nobody's fixing them. And I find it just really, really odd. The more open, the more that you open yourself up to others and new people, it's scary because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. But the problem with that is you leave yourself vulnerable in every way possible. The only person that I can truly fix is me. But I can learn from people. I learn all kinds of stuff from people. Whether they intend to teach me something or not, learning from them is something that you can do. You can learn. Whether or not that person wants to teach you, you can still learn from them. You know, the one thing that I truly do feel like is that growing up, I've always felt that trusting people was a bit more difficult for me and for people that have been wronged, especially as children. You don't you don't always form that trust, that seal. You always kind of keep, 1 foot blocking the door from shutting. It's you cannot expose yourself to this world so carelessly. The world that we live in now is not the world from 1950 or 1940 or 1970 for that matter. The world that we live in and it is an advanced, hypersensitive, reckless, instant communication world. Bye-bye. It's good to see you. And so we're stuck in Stephanie, good to see you. We're stuck in this we're stuck in this weird test tube of technology, gossip, slander. This isn't this isn't our parents' world anymore. Um, and what do you think it's going to be like in 10 years, 15 years? What happens then? What happens when technology advances even more? Nothing happens anymore without everybody knowing about it. If you have any kind of online presence, it's tough to keep any kind of privacy. And I get why people don't put their information out there. I get it. There's a good reason for it. It's smart, actually. And the world that we live in is one of predators. And it doesn't have to be just, uh, predators in the sense of, the SA, um, or the SRAs and things like that. There's people out there that want to steal your information. There's people out there that want to steal your identity. There's people out there that want to steal your children. There's people out there that want to steal your dignity, your life. In the grand scheme of things, serial killers aren't some big phenomenon that there's just millions everywhere, but there are millions of predators everywhere. There are millions of people that want to do you harm. That's what that is. When I was 18, I had my first job in an apartment. I was happily looking forward to my life. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. But the thing is, they're everywhere, people. They're everywhere. You can't trust anybody. What kind of a world is that? It is so hard to believe people for who they are these days. It's just, we are all stuck in this odd era of advanced technology with no real morals to guide us, no real compass to tell us what's right or wrong. It's just chalk it up to trolls, chalk it up to personalities, chalk it up to, no, I don't want to. I don't chalk up people saying terrible things about other people that aren't true as just trolls. That's not what that is. Troll is such a little buzzword that really takes the meaning out of what these people really are. And if there's somebody that can act that way online constantly, that's how they make their living or whatever they do, by quote unquote being a troll. And in real life, there's some nice, wonderful, thoughtful human. That does not happen. There's a mask. There's a mask. There are people that all they want to do is bring us down. And the predators are all around us. You're going to run into far more serial eaters than you are serial killers. You don't have to be a serial killer to do damage to people. You certainly do not. And I worry that a lot of us who are looking for things to attach onto a safe community, a reasonable voice, are being persuaded by others that are the outcasts. They take everybody and anybody because as long as you're with them, you're not against them. Their oppositions become your oppositions. Your sins, their sins become your sins, so on and so forth. What we're looking at here are con artists. And the thing about these con artists is that they're the ones telling you that the people with the reasonable, rational thoughts are the con artists, not them. Not them. They're down to earth people. Guys, they're down to earth. Oh, you can't, don't listen to them. And what they do is they try to manipulate and sucker you and pull you into a community or a style of thinking that's like theirs, when these people just say awful things about people, or they're just not good humans. And if I'm telling you right now, if you have a persona on the internet as not a good person, God, what are you acting like in real life? What are your other, what does everybody else think about them? What does everybody else think about you? Oh, it's my online persona. Yeah, well, you're good at it. Why is that? Well, it's probably because you're not a good person. And at some point, you've been fooled and tricked and told things like, don't be over there, be over here. The devil tried to tempt Jesus on the roof. I've gotten emails from, I won't say any names. There's a few out there that really just truly don't like me, and for whatever reason, whether whatever, but not liking somebody and saying derogatory things about somebody's family, now that's just, I cannot handle that stuff. I can forgive so much. I'm willing to forgive so much. But there are these people in our lives that are habitual line crossers, and then we do not stop them. We just let them keep pushing the boundaries and keep allowing them into our lives until something terrible ends up happening to us. And I'm not with it. That's not me. That's not me. We got to protect ourselves. The engagement of fighting, the engagement of being cruel, talking about people's families. That's not trolling. That's not a troll move. That's harassment. And that's on a minor scale. We're going all the way from, that's point A. We start at point A. Just some dickhead on the internet who says terrible things about us, slanders things, or insults our family, or they don't have the balls enough to just keep it about you. They talk about your family, and so that's the starting point. A. And then there's all this space in between. It gets even more and more dangerous. Da 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 da. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S. And then you're like in the middle where you got somebody harassing you. Then they start calling your phone. And Doug said the other day that somebody called him 14 times in a row. Somebody that's blocked 14 times in a row. 14? What the hell? That's what is that? I've never heard of such a thing. I've never heard of such a thing in my life. So, we're on the spectrum from just a troll that says, oh, something like your show sucks, you're not funny, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look, we can all take all that, right? I can take that stuff all day. People don't like my show, that's fine. You don't like my personality, fine. This, that, but constant that's just the start. From A to somebody who just kind of gives you shit because they don't really like your content, all the way to Z, which are serial killers and everything in between. Serial killers to serial eaters, serial jerk offs. It's weird. It's gross. You would be surprised. Look, there are people that don't like my personality. They think that I'm, I guess, too assertive. That's really the nice way to put it. Yeah, serial jerk offs. That's a new technical term that I have submitted to Webster's, and I'll tell you. I won't tell you who. I'm gonna submit a name or a face with the serial jerk off, but I'm not gonna tell you who it is until it's been accepted by Webster's. But yeah, that is something that I'll take it to Congress if I have to. I'll take it to Congress if I have to. But that's going to be, a bunch of it. There's a bunch of it. But I can understand why somebody would be fascinated with a serial killer, but I can't see why somebody would be fascinated by some Joe Schmo jerk off, because those guys are a dime a dozen. You can find those guys everywhere. There's nothing special about them. Say what you want about me. I can host a show and make it somewhat entertaining. You may not like it, but it is a show that people do watch and possibly appreciate. It's somewhat entertaining. You may not like me, and that's okay. You don't have to like me. I'm fine. But regardless of why people do that, people that do that, they feel entitled. They feel you owe them. Exactly. Exactly. Be careful about putting, your children out there on the internet. Well, look, cereal's good. I mean, there's all kinds of different cereal. We don't need to talk about cereal right now, but we can. I've often wondered what happened in their world that made them what they become. Well, part of it is just being an asshole, and the other part of it is just probably grew up in an unstable environment, and then you kind of put both of those together, and then you get a world class a hole, somebody who doesn't respect other people. And they think that if since they're doing it over the internet, they think that it's okay because it's just a troll. They're just a troll. No, that's not what that is. You're not just a troll. Being a good person when you're an adult, even if you have issues, is a choice. It's a choice. I don't care what you say. It's a choice. You can work on being a good person. And if you don't work on being a good person, then what are you? You're just a stagnant jerk off. That's what that is. You can be a good person. You can work on yourself. You can try to get better. And anybody that works on themselves and is trying to get better, well, that person's okay in my book. But the person that sits down in their filth and mud and sits there and like it's a puddle and they just slap their hands in it. They just want to bring you down. Nameless, faceless jerk offs. Puddles. Somebody called Doug 14 times in a row yesterday. That is not trolling people. That's mental illness. And it doesn't take a doctor to diagnose that. That is this. That's a mental disorder. And do you think that somebody that's willing to do stuff like that isn't willing to be reckless in real life? You guys have to protect yourselves from these people. And I'm not talking about people that have a difference of opinion. I'm talking about people that will live stream literally anything that they do, including stabbing animals. People that call 14 times in a row to people that don't want to talk to them. It's mental. It's mental. And if you stick up for anybody like that, you can get the fuck out of here. Because this is the wrong place for you. Because it's not funny anymore. It's not funny. It's just not. It's not cool. It's not entertaining. It's insane, psychotic behavior. It is, and it's insane. It's not normal. A troll is a troll. They don't like your content. Fine. They think that you're boring. Good. They make fun of the way you talk. Good. And my understanding is, even if any of that's true, why are you showing the knife that you stabbed the dog with? Why are you making a spectacle out of it? Why are you trying to gain sympathy from it? I don't give a shit why it happened. And by the way, we're dealing with serial liars. I don't care why or what he did or who he did what to. Keep it to yourself. You can, but guys, there is this thing called reality, and you can live in reality without putting every single thing online. You can go to the store without posting it online. It's okay to live a life outside of here. This is ridiculous, guys. And that's kind of the last straw with that. Um, and I will just say this, and we'll get back to talking about serial killers. If you support that side at all, in any way, shape, or form, stay out of here. Just stay out of here. I don't want that. I don't need that. I don't want it. I'm telling you right now. That's not what this is about. It's too far. It's done. I don't want you. I just don't. I can't help you. I don't want to help you. If you can't see it for what it is, stay away from me. I got nothing for that. If you can't see with your eyes what you're supporting, I'm not going to be able to I'm not going to be the one to be able to bring you out of it. What we do over here is different. The community that we're building is different. We are actually trying our best to make a difference in a positive way. And there might be some people that feel that we are not, that's not what we're trying to do. That's fine. You're allowed to feel that way, but just keep it moving. Just keep it moving, dude. This is, I could just go down a list. What more do you need? What do you need to know? All right, and then I could lay out a case for you. And then if you can't understand it, then there's nothing I can do for you. but I don't want you around me, and I don't want you around my people. I don't want you around the people that think the same way that I do, because you're poison. And I'm talking about one specific human. There's other people out there that are pretty harmless. Ernie Shell is God knows but you know, the guy's 5150, but even he might have a little bit more scruples than that. Our cereal is nut free. Amen to that. Amen to that. Ernie's got problems, but I don't know if he's a psychotic dog killer. Yes, NC Princess, what can I do for you? Dude, by the way, I gotta say, Doug, that was some funny stuff last night. Ernie, I've never in my life seen somebody eat 6 honey buns and wash it down with a Coca-Cola. It might have even been a cherry Coke. I've never seen that before. One of the most interesting things I've ever watched. Take a guess. I'm not saying his name. That was so funny, man. How does somebody eat? That video is so good, man. It's just like the guy says a lot of nothing, and then you just kind of like watch, and you can't tell me that that wasn't entertaining. I mean, it's entertaining in a weird way. I've washing a honey bun down with a Coke. That's still the craziest thing I've ever seen. He ate so many of them. I know. I kind of want a honey bun this morning. Oh man, just crushed a box like it was nothing, dude. That was incredible. I agree. Oh god, it's just sick, man. It's just sick. Let's have Bible study. We're having Bible study tonight, everybody. And then tomorrow it's gonna be like F you, you B, you F and B, F you B. Happy Sabbath, brother. I always got time for that mother. Sorry, I'm not gonna say. I always got time for him. What's that saying? I never want a problem. I never want a problem. Until somebody says they want a problem. And then I say no problem. But don't come over here, all right? If you're team that, then get the freak out of here, bro. And there's several. Trust me, it's a lot. And I just did no. I will. I'm not putting up with that anymore. I'm done with that. Done with it. Happy Sabbath, brother. I'm gonna go kill a dog tomorrow. I'm gonna do it for the gram. I'm gonna do it for the tube, bro. And you're white, by the way. Just make sure you realize that you're white. Culture vulture. Is that what they call it? Not comfortable in your own skin. People are they're so easily entertained these days. It's kind of insulting. It truly is kind of insulting. They actually are, I think. Can somebody confirm that? Are honey buns worth a that was one of the most interesting things I ever seen. I have team fuck the fuck sorry. F off gear releasing today, guys. Get your F the F off gear today. Yeah, it's just we're gonna part the Red Sea. Um, the fact is, if you support anything like that, you don't support me in any way, shape, or form, and I'm good with that. I'm happy that you found that you're gonna find a place in life, and I'm very happy to let you go and be led by something else or informed by somebody else. But go. You're just not like it's not for me. You're not for me. You're not for us. We're going to do the things that we're going to do. And then, no. I'm just not. I'm not going to do it anymore. I got to take a stand. At some point, it's gone too far. It's not even. You got to ignore. That it's not even haters are one thing. Okay, we're not talking about haters. Listen to me. I don't know how to explain this any better. We're not talking about haters. We're talking about lunatic criminal behavior. We're not the haters are one thing. This is not what that is, okay? Do not mistake the two. These are not trolls. These are not haters. These are not gossipers. These are mentally ill, unstable people who shouldn't be walking around free. And I'm serious about that. This is insane. Haters are welcome. You don't like me? I'll just have to deal with it. But that's not what this is it? No, of course not. Haters. Haters are welcome. But my God in heaven, that's not what we're dealing with. We're dealing with dangerous people that should look. Everybody, this whole thing about people heading to somebody's going to get hurt, and it's not funny. I mean, it is funny because of the people, the characters. Like it's funny, but it's not going to be funny because this isn't going to do anything for summer. It's just going to make us a bigger joke than we already are right now. And that's what this is. This is a whole joke. This is a whole wiener measuring contest, and unfortunately, Shelby Shell isn't in on it because it sounds like he definitely beat Ernie. But this is a mockery. And it makes me sad because nobody's going there to look. They're going there to argue and fight and upload you to YouTube. It's not this is not good, and it's embarrassing. Why do you think I don't even want to be a part of this community? An embarrassment. People have no self-awareness. It just drives me up a wall. It's come on, like Summer's missing. I mean, she is missing. You can take your blowhorns and shove them up your ass. Kind of cranky today, that's for sure. Maybe I'll loosen up as the day goes along, but probably not. Got money for blowhorns, but you don't have money for child support. You got gas money to go somewhere, but you don't have gas money to take care of your family. And now you're going to go disturb an active investigation that's 6 months in the making, and not in a you're not even doing it in like a helpful way. Like, you're not going to ask for answers. You guys aren't going to. These people are going to go there and scream at Dawn, and then on the other side, there's going to be Candace and Dawn and Benny. Dawn with his black powder rifle. And I really, truly, 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 truly am disgusted. It's not cool. Like, what are you guys doing? Somebody said, don't forget Jody Sue. Well, at least Jody Sue lives there. At least she has some business in that area. I mean, she lives there. At least she like these. At least these. That's their community. At least she lives there. I mean, it's not like she's driving across the country. Well, good. I'm glad, but she was still there. I'd move too. You wouldn't move if your neighbor was not in Kansas. I would have moved 10 years ago. And anybody that supports what they're doing today, Like for real, guys. It's just not just a bunch of trouble. You're right. And somebody's gonna get hurt. No, it is not the city. And you better be careful when you're headed to the hills because there's a lot of places out there and everybody's got a gun. Tennessee is the official state of blowing stuff up. You literally can go in there, like you can go to a bank and open a bank account and they'll give you like a rifle or something. Tennessee is no joke. I wouldn't step foot I wouldn't step foot in Tennessee without at least a sidearm. And all these people that are headed there can't have sidearms, and so it's going to not be good. Oh, and I'll watch and go, God, this is embarrassing. And the people will say that this is the community that you've chosen. No, this is not the community that I've chosen. Not the community that we've chosen. Like I said, trolls are one thing. This is just downright irresponsible, and it's depressing. It's just what the freak, man. Like, come on. And shame on any of you that send money to support this horse shit. Shame on you. It's not cool. It's not funny. These are not people that give one shit about summer. Benny Potter rain suit. Real men. He needs to be buying his child support. That's what he needs to do. Frankly, I'm depressed and ashamed. I'm ashamed because it's gone from trolling and now what we're going to do is have a bunch of unstable, which by the way, there's already plenty there. We got more unstable people on the way. These are not people that want to help. Seriously, guys, I'm gonna make this point one more time because it really needs to be said. But how are we gonna have a bunch of people looking for a little girl that don't take care of their own kids? If anybody can answer me that question, seriously, and from anywhere, any walk of life, anybody, even their people, if you can answer that question. How are you going to pretend to give a shit about this little girl when you can't even take care of your own kids? The shares and the bennies. What the hell? At least Ernie doesn't have kids, thank God. Seriously, email me and let me know if you can explain to me how that makes any sense in your convoluted, weird peanut brain. Feel free. Please explain it to me. And don't say because they have a good heart. That's not a good enough reason. If you had a good heart, you take care of your own. I am so curious. Please tell me. Is Don on probation? I mean, I'm guessing. Has he ever been off probation? I don't know anything about Molly. I don't know anything about her life. I don't know, but I do know a little bit about some other people there. People that are pretending to care about something. Law enforcement in my area say come at your own risk. I mean, I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, of course. The protest is what are you protesting? What are you it's just it's just shameful, man. It's really there's so many other things that like could be done instead of having these people, oh, cash at me so I can drive to just pay for it yourself. Don't ask anybody for that kind of like just go pay for it yourself. Don't ask for donations to do that shit. That it's a scam, you guys. Someone who adopted and raised her nephew, his mother had four kids, didn't raise one of them. The mother would get self-admitted into a mental facility and just keep from paying child support. I mean, that's totally isn't. I mean, that's just standard operating procedure, right? This is a joke. It's an absolute joke. The publicity stunts are kind of out of control. Like I've seen publicity stunts before, and that's what this is. There's nothing more than an attempt to strike a chord with the people that follow them. That way, they are able to reap financial benefit. So I'm personally concerned that the true crime community's reputation is shot. Quinny says, "Mom, I told you I don't know anything about mom. I don't care about that. What's that got to do with me?" Thanks, Doug. I'm just I'm I'm flabbergasted. I'm shocked and dismayed. And I'm telling you right now, I don't want any crossover. None. Quinny says, here's a good one, guys. Oh, I love this. Josh, they're not going to just stand outside and yell. Well, yes, they are. They're trying to light more of a fire under LE, among other things, means among other things. It's not. It's not more than a yelling. No, you light a fire. What? You mean start a fire? Come on. That's ridiculous. You really think, you really think that that's going to change anything whatsoever? Oh, see, I didn't even know that. Look, we just learned something new. I'm not even talking about her. Seriously, I'm not. But don't tell me that that these people are up to some righteous act. Do you think law enforcement gives a shit what these people say or do? It's views, it's subs, it's money. And Molly might end up beating up Ernie Shell. Apparently, he's been beat up by a girl before. No, Quinny, you're not in trouble. It's just what you're saying just doesn't make sense. Light a fire? You truly believe that that's going to work? If that's if you really think that that's going to work, why not do why are you doing it 6 months later? Give me an instance. Give me one instance. Give me one instance, Quinny. I don't hate you. Give me one instance that this kind of behavior, standing outside of Brian Laundrie's uh, parents' house, did that help find Summer or Brian? Lucas says national news exposure. They've been on Dr. Phil. They had 2 hours of that. They had 2 hours of that. Isn't that what Brian Inton was doing or whatever his name was too? Go look at Chris McDonough's uh page. He's got 300,000 views on this stuff. The word's out. I'm in California. I cover it. I've never stepped foot in Tennessee. No, you didn't make Quinny. Quinny, nobody, please don't attack Quinny, please. Don't do that. She was just trying to make her point, and that's fine. I'm just saying it's not going to help. It's just not going to help you guys. We've already had national exposure left and right. And you think some of us low level YouTubers are going to change the minds of law enforcement? Oh, look at these four people here holding signs with megaphones. You know, we really should solve this crime now. Uh-oh. Ernie Shell and BK are here. Ernie Shell and BK are here. Molly Go Lightly's here. We better we better get this solved. We got some heavy hitters coming in. Hey, Uncle Ronnie. Uncle Ronnie, did you know that they act like Chris Hansen showing up or um yeah, we literally just saw an enormous that's why crime says I mean, we just saw another huge search for summer. They're working on it. Absolutely. Uh-oh. Here comes Brian Williams in the helicopter landing on 110 Ben Hill Road. We better get this thing solved. Here comes the heavy hitters. Bring them out. It's not like the New York Times investigative reporters are showing up. We got somebody named Ernie Shell, Benny Keys, and somebody named Molly Go Lightly. Man, we better get on our game. This is the stupidest shit I ever heard. I just never. It's comical the hubris that these people have. They think that they're somebody's. I don't even know who the blowhorn lady is. I like how you donated while you said that you were mentioning how you're disappointed with the donations. Thank you so much. But I'm not going to Tennessee. And I'm not asking for donations to go to Tennessee, but thank you so much. If I were to go to Tennessee, I'd flip the bill for myself. I watched Molly Go Lightly on Wife Swap. Get out of here. It just astronomically embarrassing. I'm telling you though, I have a feeling that Molly will beat the shit out of Ernie. And I mean, I support that. That'd be funny. Somebody said he got beat up by a girl the other day. That's my favorite. Oh, thank you for joining. Yeah, if you want to become a member, please do. And I'm working on the mailing list today and tomorrow. And later this week, we'll be having members. We'll have a members only um, Bible study. Happy Sabbath, brother. Happy Sabbath, brother. Quinny, I agree with you. And I wasn't, Dr. Latina in the house. What's going on? She met the kids. Sick. Somebody post a membership link, please. BK actually cops on Ernie for digging holes in Kentucky. BK actually called the cops on Ernie for digging holes in Kentucky. Let Ernie dig all the holes he wants. Please. Keeps him busy. Josh, I believe in Big Juicy. Call the cops on digging holes. Now that's funny. That is freaking hilarious. I can't, I'm not a mod yet. We are now. How's that? Big Juicy. That's what they told her to call her on Westwell. Oh my God. It's just too much, dude. Yeah, Quinny, nobody, honestly, and don't attack Quinny. He said he was digging for kidnapped girl. Let him dig. Let him dig. Yeah. It was Ernie wasn't digging for people, he was hiding honey buns in the dirt. God, that was so funny yesterday, man. That was so funny. I've never seen somebody eat so many honey buns in my life. And then the the most insane part of that whole thing though was him washing it down with like a cherry coke. I just that was his dinner. Seriously, like you eat one and a half of those and like you're ready to throw up. He crushed at least five, if not more. And then he was biting the hold on, I'm gonna play it. This is just it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I don't even know, like I don't even know his I don't know. I can't find his YouTube channel. Nor do I. Where is he at? Yeah, I don't know. I can't find him. That's about all I'm that's about as hard as I'm willing to look right there. There's so many videos about him. Guy is a big deal on here. Yeah, I don't see him. Oh, but there was something that I did want to show. Here, hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'm thinking. I'm not. I'm thinking on my feet here. Mm-hmm. 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 You guys are gonna die laughing here. You're gonna love this.
Hey guys, killer inside. Now,
All right, so. All right, are you guys ready? Oh, this is too good, man.
hey guys, killer inside. Now, I'm gonna show you guys something. This is a new custom mask I did. I'm gonna call it my destroyer mask. I actually made it just for personal issues and just to clear my head up. So
He made this mask for personal issues.
as you see, I shaped it like a skull. Put some cracks in it. Cracked it up and everything.
Where did his eyebrows go? Oh, he's my favorite person, man.
And now today, guys, we're gonna see exactly how much damage that this mask can take. So, without further ado, this is kind of crazy. You guys don't do this at home. I would say I'm a trained professional, but I'm not.
This is kind of crazy. Don't do this. Don't try this at home. Don't worry about it, Ernie. We're not gonna. Trust me. And why is he on a trampoline? I find this whole thing odd.
So we put the mask on. It's pretty cool.
Looks pretty cool, don't it? So what you're looking at right now is Ernie Shell on a trampoline wearing a hockey mask. And this is the guy that you want searching for your kid. Okay, I'll give you full screen. I mean, there's not.
Now, if a normal person was to punch you,
a normal person. The irony that he used there that says a normal person. All right, here we go.
That this mask can take. So, without further ado, this is kind of crazy. You guys don't do this at home. I would say I'm a trained professional, but I'm not. So we put the mask on. It's pretty cool, don't it?
No,
now, if
really.
a normal person was to punch you,
it doesn't look pretty cool, actually.
Oh God, it's gonna hurt like that. It's like you could take a lick in this mask, a little bit, spit up blood a little bit, but you see, and a punch is not gonna hurt this mask. You see this? Now my face is gonna be red as hell probably because I felt that damn rivet go right straight through my head, but I'm just showing you that a normal punch, you don't see redness on my face and everything, but I'm telling you, this mask takes the lick off the face. So that, I guess that proved that theory. Hell, I shoot these.
Yeah, dude, if you wear a mask on your face, it's going to help when you're punching yourself.
Things with 9mm and it don't break them and crack them or nothing. But I'm just showing you that. We put the mask on. It's pretty cool, don't it?
No.
Now, if a normal person was to punch you, oh God, it's gonna hurt like hell.
He said, "God, it's gonna hurt like hell." Yeah, dude. Then don't punch yourself in the face. Thank you, Matt Willis. I have to wait 20 minutes before you can. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you got to be subscribed. That's kind of the point, is to keep kind of the riffraff out. No offense. Thank you for waiting, and thank you for your chat, and thank you everybody that has joined the membership. Now back to Ernie Shell.
He's like, you could take a lick in this mask. A little bit, spit up blood a little bit. But
Spit up
you
blood.
see, and a punch is not going to hurt this mask. You see this? Now my face is going to be red as hell probably because I felt that damn rivet go right straight through my head. But I'm just showing you that a normal punch, you want to see redness on my face, everything. But I'm telling you, this mask takes the lick off the face. So I guess that proved that theory. You know?
Yeah, prove that theory. I mean, like that's just not. Hold on, I think they're.
Oh,
hey guys, Ernie Shell, known to a lot of you guys as world-renowned hockey mask artist, the Killer Inside. I would like to thank Brian Smith for letting me come on this group and actually have a chance to you guys to actually hear my side of the story. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar. I don't know if you're familiar with the groups, other groups, because I'm banned
from them. That does that surprise anybody? Like there's a whole Facebook page dedicated to this guy.
So, as you see how I really am in real life, when I get pissed, I let it out. I mean, I get mad, I let it out. That's the way I am. But when these groups say things and they do things and I'm not aware of it and I have 100 messages of people this and that showing me screenshots, I mean, seriously, guys, just the admins of each one of these groups get together and talk about it and put a post up there. That's all you got to do is put a post, pin it to your wall, whatever. If you're going to talk about somebody, at least talk about people that's in the group that can actually defend themselves. Because that's like preying on the weak. You're preying on people that can't do nothing and defend themselves. I mean, only way I can defend myself is with the videos. I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm not one to back down from this stuff. I never have. Because I set what's called goals in my life. Goals.
Yeah, he wants to be able to eat 6 honey buns and wash it down with a Coca-Cola by the time he's 41. And guess what? He's accomplished that goal. Yeah, and Ernie's never had 100 messages total in his life.
And here's an example.
And these are the people that are headed to help out Summer.
When I was fighting, they said you'll never be champion.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you.
Okay. But I put that goal in my head.
We'll be having a fashion show. I'm going to go get him some new clothes here shortly. And we'll have a little mini Otis fashion show.
Thing, the heart. And I set that out.
The drip never stops.
And I said, I'm going to do this. I trained my
and an office suit. I'm gonna buy Otis an office suit.
Ass off 8-9 hours a day, every day. I trained hard. I won the championship. They said you'll never defend it. You'll never defend it. You'll never defend it and come out on top. You won't do it. Another goal was set. I did that. It's like, well, you'll never do it again. You can't do it 3 times. You ain't gonna do that. I did it again. I kept on doing it.
Has he ever found a kid?
And then when I finally lost my title, when I finally lost the championship, I went on to something else. That's what you have to do in life. You have to win. And when you win and win and win, and then when you lose,
yes, he does. And
you don't think your heart, it takes a big chunk away from you, your heart. But this is different. This is different. I set these goals. That's what I want you to know. I set these goals on what I do. My next goal, I thought, would be
to eat 7 honey buns and drink 2 Cokes.
Up here, when really it's down here. Because the uphill climb is not there. It's not an uphill climb. It's an even playing field. And the bad thing about it is, for the other company, They're on my turf. See, for years now, I have argued, and I mean, we've knocked down drag out over haters. But just a few days ago, I come to realize who the real hater really was. JDF, I've not forgot about you. I've not forgot about how you ruined my life. I've not forgot about how
I'm not forgot about how you ruined my life. I'm not forgot about how you ruined my life. I'm not forgot about it.
So, as you see how I really am in real life, when I get pissed, I let it out.
We know. Oh, here, one more. I haven't seen this one.
Hey guys, Ernie Shell, also known as Killer Inside. Oh,
Killer Inside. Wasn't this guy almost charged with murder, like for murder with his brother?
Lord. Going crazy. Everybody's here and there messaging. I worked on hockey mask. I'm telling you, the last 2 days, I say I probably got at least 29 hours in 2 days. And I'm telling you, golly, just drilling them out and getting them all prepped up, getting all these orders out. And guys, I intend on completing my orders. I mean, that never was a problem. I'm intending on completing them. Now, as far as the show goes, it's going to break records. This next show I'm doing is breaking records already. I mean, it's catching national attention. Everything's going great. Been working. Until next time, Killer Inside. Peace.
Anyway, yeah, that's going to really help. These people are really going to help find Summer. It's just sickening, just out of control. One more time. Just look, just come on. Seriously, get out of here.
Guacamole.
Oh my God. Thank you for watching The Lab. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. Always great to be here. Always fun, interesting, psychotic, lunacy. God be with that little baby. And no, I'm not taking donations to go to Tennessee. Just not. No, thank you. Love you guys. Take care. I'm going to get a honey bun today, and I'm going to try and I'm not washing it down with a Coca-Cola. Edinburgh, Scotland. Love that. You guys take care.